I'm here, guys. Uncle Charters is here. And guys, look at this daily chart. We finally got a break of the range. Bears, I'm sorry. It did not work. It did not break out into your favor for now. It did break out into the Bulls' favor. We got a breakout to the upside. Holy moly, finally. Does this mean that the chop phase is over and the trend phase is back? In this case, trend phase to the upside? That is the question. Can Bulls hold this breakout, or was it a false breakout? Will it be a false breakout, being a bull trap? Seasonality says it could be a bull trap. However, as you guys know, price action is the shepherd. So we're going to talk about the price action, how I traded, and a little bit about seasonality and what it's saying. All right, let's prepare. So as far as how I traded, as you guys know, I always identify the levels, the support and resistance levels. I look to short the breakdowns of support, look to long the breakouts of resistance. Okay, so SPY today opened around 382.6, which made 383 the first resistance, and 381.5 to 382 zone the first support. Okay, and as you guys can see here, it broke down that support. So if you guys are playing the levels, playing Uncle's levels, you want to look to enter as close to the breakdown as it's happening as possible, okay? And you want to play it to the next level. In this case, below 381.5, the next level we had was at 380. You can see it hit it right there. So that was a nice, quick level-to-level move to the downside. However, we bounced. We went as low as 379.5-ish, but 380 ultimately defended, because you see here on the 15-minute chart, it never closed below. I wrote here to the group at 9:58 a.m. plan, call if 381.5 or 382 recapture on the 15-minute chart. Okay, you guys can see here, boom, it recaptured 381.5. It also recaptured 382. I don't got the line here right now, but you guys get the idea. And it hit the 383 level to level. I also alerted another one, calls if 383 clears, and it cleared right there. 383 cleared, boom. And I like when I tell the group play it level to level, I always put the idea out there to leave runners. So if you bought like 10 contracts, you know when it hits your level, you can take profit of like 6 or 7 contracts. Leave a runner of 3 to 4, just in case the market goes up. It depends on what you want to do, more or less. But yeah, you can see here we had an overall trend day. These are one of the easier days to trade, but something that I notice a lot is these are one of the days that most retail traders blow up their account, and it's very disappointing that that's what I'm seeing. But that is what's happening. It just goes back to the thing where you just don't want to call a top, and you want to play it level to level. It's safer right now, especially when we're in the chop zone like we've been lately. Okay, but yeah, going to the daily chart, you guys know I've been talking to you guys about this triangle pattern, bear flag, whatever you want to call it. Same idea. We was in a consolidation period, and today we broke out the range. So let's make this very, very simple here. Okay, let's make this very simple. I'm gonna add some fib levels here from October low. It's at 348.11 cents. Up to the December high, that's at 410.49. So I'll fix the numbers here so it can be exactly where the pivot lows and highs are. Okay, and you guys can see here that 38.2 fib level was at 386.66. Okay, so we broke out this chop range and we cleared the 38.2 fib level. Bull case is simple. Bulls must hold this support level, 386 to 386.6 zone. Must hold it on any pullback. Okay, as long as above, guys, I'm recommending you guys to stay short-term bullish. All right, I have a level at 390, a level at 390, 391.5 is the 392 zone, 393.5, and the critical one is at 395 to 395.77. The 23.6 fib level is at 395.77. Okay. That might be a good spot to put in a lower high, okay? If I was to be bear biased, that might be a good spot, but we'll see. My recommendation is watch reaction. If the price even tests that level, okay? But the bull case scenario is to stay bullish above 386 to 386.6 zone, okay? The next resistance I got is 388, 390, 391.5 is to 392, 393.5, and like I said, 395.7-ish, okay? Told you guys my level twice. Please add those levels to your chart so we can all be on the same page. Now, as far as the bear case scenario goes, we got to see a breakdown back below 386, guys. If it breaks back below 386, look to short. Why? Because that is a false breakout scenario, and today could possibly have been a bull trap. Okay? These are not predictions. I'm just giving you guys what the scenarios are and what my plan is. Okay? Like I said, I'm planning to stay bullish above 386. That means I'll be looking for calls if it can clear one of my resistance, starting with 388 and 390. And I will be playing it level to level. If it breaks below 386, I will be looking for puts. Then that will put 385, 383, 382-ish, and then 380-ish back in play, okay? Now, breakdown of this trend line right now is at 380.6s, okay? So, like I said, as a matter of fact, below 386, I may even consider swinging puts, okay? But definitely below 380, I would swing puts. Breakdown of this trend line here, okay? So you guys got my levels. You guys got the setups. Now, before I move on, I do want to talk about seasonality real quick. This is an updated one for 2022. And it's showing us here, okay, this is January. Early January, SPY has a tendency, on average, guys, to be bullish, okay? You guys are seeing it right now. We are in that time period, early January, right now, where SPY is showing some bullishness, okay? This is not a crystal ball. It's just telling us, on average, what January's for SPY's tendency is, okay? Now, that's early January, but around mid-January, that's when we start to dump. That's what the tendency is. We start getting very bearish. This is what happened last year, a year ago, which kicked off the big correction from 479.98 down to 349-ish, 348-ish. Okay? So yeah, mid-January, that's when we begin a very bearish price action, okay? That's what the tendency is showing. We do have CPI next week. My question is, could that be the catalyst? CPI is next Thursday, all right? You guys saw what NFP did for the SPY today. It served as a nice catalyst for the SPY to pump today. Can CPI serve as a catalyst in favor of bears and also track with seasonality, okay? Like, you guys already know seasonality is not a crystal ball. It's not guaranteed to happen. For all we know, SPY can just continue going up. Here's a weekly chart of SPY. It can continue up and go test this trend line again, okay? Test of this trend line for next week will be around 401.7-ish to 402 zone, okay? Yeah, it's about around 401.7-ish, okay? So that could happen as well. All I'm saying is, gotta be bull bias if the price action is giving us reasons to be bull bias. Gotta be bear bias if the price action is giving us reason to be bear bias. Okay? Above 386, I would stay bull bias until we have a reason to not be. Okay? Below 386, I would switch back over to bear bias. Okay, I hope that makes sense. Triple Q here. Like I said yesterday, 262.5 level was lost, but if it recaptures today, that's a false breakdown setup. You guys can see here, that's exactly what happened. Cleared this 264 level that I had. This was alerted in the Discord, and it just popped all the way up to 269.94. Almost hit that 270 level that I got. Okay, so support that I got right now is 267.4-ish. As long as Triple Q can hold that level, I want to see it clear 270. Go test 270.6s. That's his white trend line. If that clears, it could put 273 back in play or higher targets, okay? I would look to short Triple Q if 267.4 fails, targeting 265-ish, 0.5. And definitely that 264 level. That will break back down the white trend line, putting 262.5 back in play. Okay, now we had a false breakdown setup off that level already, 262.5. The next time it breaks down, we might not get a recapture. Okay, so let the levels guide you guys. Let the price action guide you. Don't look to short unless we get a false breakout setup or failure of support. Okay, Dow Jones, we cleared that that range. I've been talking about 333.68 for a while. We cleared it, and it popped as high as 337ish. I had a resistance at 337.5. If we can clear that next week, 340 and 343 would be back in play. Okay, now the level that it must clear, I do have support at 335, but the level it must hold, is 333.68. If it fails and drops back below, that is a false breakout setup and very, very bearish. Put in 330.8 and 328.5-ish back in play, okay? Tesla, looks like we got an outside daily candle here. All right, where this candle is engulfing the previous day's candle. So yeah, I have resisted at 114.6s to 115 zone. If Tesla can continue this bullish momentum, it'll start with clearing that resistance level. Okay, so look to long above 115. I got 117.5, 120, and 123.6s as targets, with 128.2-ish above that. Okay. Look to short, I have support at 112, 110, and 108.5. So add those levels to your chart. Look to short when the support fails, starting with 112, 110, 108.5. Below that, I got 106, 104.6, and 102 as support, okay? Yeah. Apple managed to recapture that 129 level. Okay, as long as it holds 129, I got 131 and 134.4 as price targets. Okay, but if 129 fails, guys, look to short. That's a false recapture or a false breakout, and it will put 126, 125, and 122.3-ish back in play. Okay, now let's look at some inverses. Here's DXY. I got the Fibonacci channel here, this pink line. You guys see we had a false breakout setup. So very good to see DXY starting to inverse the SPY again. That's a good sign. So we got a false breakout setup, which is bearish, while the SPY had a breakout. Okay, good stuff. As long as it's below 104.3-ish, stay bearish on the DXY. Next support is at 103.4 and 103. VIX got a nice dump. It stayed below that 22.7 level. Gave us a nice drop back within this orange triangle. Supports, I have support right here around 21. If that fails, 19.4 and 18.95 would be back in play, guys. Okay. My escape button's not working. All right, so here, let's end this with the option flow. Filter for 500K premiums or above, okay? As you guys can see, 54% in the puts. Do got some calls coming in around 46%. That's very interesting. As far as puts go, one thing that definitely sticks out, we're starting to see a lot more out the money puts coming in, especially for February and late January. This one sticks out. Sweeps, 4.7 million in premium, over 11,000 in size. They entered around 389-ish. Strike price 371 for February 17th. Okay, that definitely sticks out to Uncle Charters. Okay, here we have a block order. Yeah, over 6,000 in size, 375 strike price. It was in the money calls. Yeah, but it was January 6th. Okay, so we had some trades here. All right, short-term trades. But yeah, overall, big money is still bearish on the SPY. And yet 97% for puts for triple Q. A lot of big money going into puts. Okay, for late January. Seen a lot for late January, mid-March. Yep. Tesla, 70% for Tesla. This one sticks out. This one really sticks out. Sweep order, that's aggressive. 2.7 million, over 6,000 in size, guys. 75 strike price. April 21st expiration date. All you swing traders, I hope you're paying attention to this. But overall, yeah, mostly puts. A lot of in the money puts. Okay. Apple, yeah, 95% for puts as well. Yeah, very similar to Tesla. And let's end this with the VIX. Nothing for the VIX. All right, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys want more content from Uncle Charters or need help with your trading and want to take it to the next level, definitely consider joining Uncle's Discord. I still got the coupons available. Thank you guys so much. Have a great weekend. Peace.